Server 73, and in this video we are going to speak about Executioner. Executioner is one of the skills that is recently in the new meta, and you will see it a lot with the combination of Blade Vortex in this case, because Executioner is often inflicting continuous damage, so a dot damage, a damage over time, 8 times, deal additional physical damage to the entire enemy team and gain the execution effect, increasing damage dealt to the targets with less than 30% troops by 50% for 6 seconds. So continuous damage 8 times, that is what we have to focus on. Blade Vortex is one of the least dot damage skills that is in the skills available. You also have Geralt, for example, but it just lasts for like 6 seconds, the tier damage, and in Blade Vortex you have like every 12 seconds after the battle starts, cause physical damage, so you have it every 12 seconds, and it's lasting for 12 seconds total and dealing damage every 3 seconds. So this is the combination everyone is running. For now it's pretty overpowered, but Executioner itself, I want to go deep into this skill and to show you with what kind of skill combinations you should use it, and which immortals are a good one to use. So when I just go into my battle reports, for example, versus Micro's running Athena and Himiko, I'm running Athena, Loki. He won the first battle, I won the rest, obviously. But in this case, my Mango dealt 70 million damage. This is a huge amount. It's not that often that Mango is dealing that much damage anymore. You can see that my Loki just did 4 million, so this is probably because of Himiko was taking control like probably all the 6 times, but this is not what I'm going to speak about. The damage is Executioner. Blade Vortex applied 24 times, and Executioner applied 7 times to the enemy team and did 8 billion damage. So the damage my Mango has is approximately between 1 million and 1.2 million. This is pretty high. I will show you some other reports with Alex, for example, and with Poseidon. But this is high just because I'm using Demonic Contract, but Demonic Contract is just increasing damage over time, over a long time period. So this is a very good combination to just increase the damage of Executioner in general. Blade Vortex to proc the damage. So in this damage it's 8 million. Let's see versus Mike. Mike is using Theodora. The point is Theodora's skill is dispelling continuous damage effect, so it's the perfect counter. There's no other immortal who's just countering Executioner that much than this one. So this is pretty obvious that normally Executioner is applying less. So even though in this fight Micro's also using Theodora, it applied 7 times for 8 million damage, and versus Mike, for example, it did 5 times. So there was Theodora removing a couple of, but still I did again 1.2 million damage with Mango thanks to Demonic Contract, and even though I have only 5 attempts, it did a lot of damage. 6 million is quite huge. Let's see versus Fire, where's no Theodora, immediately 9 attempts, almost the double. This is the big benefit of not facing a Theodora. Dragu is also running this, I think. This one, yeah, he's also running the combination, and he's not running Theodora, so we can compare here. Executioner hit 24 times, this is a lot, and Blade Vortex 50 times, so 24 times I'm running Theodora, and his Executioner was only applying 4 times for like 700k. This is really not much. So this is the big counter in the Executioner meta that is probably coming up. He's just running one setup, but no Executioner. Let's see. Executioner here did only 3 attempts, but still 1.6 million. Remember before we had like 4 attempts from Alex for 700k in total, and thanks to Demonic Contract again, Executioner was proccing for at least 1.6 million with 3 attempts only, but also just because he's running Theodora. Ah no, he was not using, he was just using Blade Vortex and no execution. Okay, this is still pretty okay, pretty fine. Let's see, I don't know if Kim is using it or not. He's currently running Earth Himiko, like Micro. Also with Theodora. Let's see, execution 4 times, but again 3.6 million. It's a decent damage. It's a decent amount of damage. 900 average, 900k average damage is pretty good because the skill. I think this is the best skill combination you can have. Yeah, for the executioner or for increasing the executioner damage. This is pretty nice. Let's check the Throne of the Bream fights. I think I fought Killua a couple of times. Let's check his reports. If there's only my attack that I lost pretty bad. But we will see here. Okay, this was not a long battle. Only 49 seconds. Executioner proc 2 times. But there we can see it's he's running Poseidon. He's the perfect setup to counter me because Poseidon is just huge overpowered. My executioner didn't even proc in 1 minute because Theodora is just removing the Blade Vortex, but his Poseidon of course procced. What is the big difference? The big difference is the giant wave bite. This is also counting as a damage over time effect. Like we remember and the description was continuous damage 8 times, so the dot effect is triggering the executioner. So therefore it's a perfect skill for Poseidon. When you run it with the tier damage, the Blade Vortex, and you have the giant wave bite, executioner will just proc a lot of times. 18 times I just saw in my arena reports, 1 time 24. This was pretty high. Let's check him because I think let's check him versus Mike in this case. Mike is not running executioner, but he runs Theodora, and still executioner procced. Okay, it's only 35 seconds, but still it procced 7 times in the 35 seconds. This is the amount I have during the whole fight. And also the damage is an average way higher. It was 1.3 million average damage. Let's check this one. Okay, it was not protected. Was he not running guard? Or maybe he buffed. Maybe Thorfinn buffed. I don't know why he was dying so fast. There it looks probably a bit different. Let's see what the damage is doing here with Poseidon. So executioner, you will just see with Poseidon the executioner damage is so high. It's just because of the giant wave bite effect that comes together with the tier effect, and when the enemy doesn't run Theodora, that is the big plus. Let's go into my reports. Maybe I have versus Drago. I have one. Drago's not running Theodora in any setup, but he's running Blade Vortex Executioner. So my executioner was 12 attempts, 12 million damage, and the Blade Vortex 28%. That is proccing the executioner, and his Alex didn't even proc once. So this is best counter for it. For the damage, let's see if LD or Vuji in this case is running. No, he's not running executioner, but let's see how much damage my executioner did. 5 attempts, 5 million damage. The average damage, that is pretty important actually. When it hits at least low, it's still the third damage, not even Vortex or the normal executioner. The normal it doesn't matter, but not the Blade Vortex did as much, but executioner is pretty fine. This is okay. The rest, I don't know, I didn't hit. It's the disadvantage of being, I would never be top 1. Killua is stronger than me, Arya is stronger than me for sure, but when you are top spot, you don't face all the time the top 10, you face sometimes like people that are around here. This is why most likely don't. Let's see. I think Spaß is also running the combination, and also Theodora, and I think Fictions has also Theodora. Let's check here what the damage is doing. Wow, it didn't even proc. Are both running Executioner? No, I was just reading it wrong. This is the damage of Spaß, obviously, because he has Executioner 5 attempts, and the difference that I was mentioning, I have 1.2 million average damage, he has 900k. The big difference. Blade Vortex 25. Vortex 16. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good combination. It's a perfect skill, like I said, like I've mentioned for Poseidon. But also the combination of Execution and Blade Vortex is pretty nice, pretty good. Let's see if I have one more decent. Oh look, this one I lost. Let's check this one out. My Athena lost versus a mixed marsh that actually should not happen, to be honest, but it happened. Executioner still did 4 attempts, but probably Manko died just super fast to Alex. So yeah, this was pretty bad. What else do we have here? We'll check this reports. Okay, I think that's it. Like combination of Blade Vortex and Executioner is what you run when you have the possibility run Demonic Contract with it too. Otherwise, when you play Poseidon, play Executioner. That's it for now. I hope that was a bit helpful, and see you in the next video.